Our gang finds themselves once again in the mansion, in the basement. They ventured through the other hidden door, the one by the beds, and discovered a series of tunnels carved into the rock. A number of the paths were dark and musty, but a seemingly defined pathway was lit with torches mounted to the rock walls. Voices could be heard in the distance, so the group had to move quietly. Using her small size and stealthy nature to their advantage, Betty manages to get close enough to count the number of bodies in a nearby cove, including the huge hobgoblin guarding the entrance. Managing to get far enough away to make a plan unheard, it is decided that Leah will use an invisibility spell on Betty, her small stature allowing her to move practically silently and hopefully get in a sneak attack on the guard, while the others come in behind her to take the rest by surprise. Unfortunately, their plan fails as Betty only manages to give the guard an unintentional hug instead, spoiling the surprise. Grossly outnumbered, the ladies find themselves battling for their lives within the tight confines of the tunnel system. Thankfully, they do have a new ally. Enya's wolf Ember has returned from the druid healers and is ready to take a chunk out of some bad guys. Literally. Ember's fighting prowess is just what they need to take down the large group of smugglers, including their supposed leader who's as well versed in magic as they suspected and feared. The smugglers are defeated, leaving behind evidence of their shady business practices along with a handy rowboat. The ladies know that this contraband needs to be taken into town, but there's still the matter of the top floor of the mansion that is yet to be investigated.
Alright, so you head upstairs, start looking around. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll do it this way, because we might be able to actually finish this portion of the adventure tonight. Maybe.
Okay. We will do our best.
I wouldn't count on it, but it's possible. So you head up the stairs, nothing looks too out of the ordinary. Your eagle eyes spot a rotted section of the balcony around the main entryway, so you don't fall into that. Beyond that, there are some bedrooms. In the first one, it looks like it was the master bedroom. There's a dresser with some old ratty clothes in it, nothing too interesting. The next bedroom past that, it's clear the smugglers were using as a room to take naps in, but nothing real of note there. When you head up towards the back of the house, sorry, I'm gonna scroll here. You find a room that looks like it was probably the alchemist. And there's a few knickknacks of a magic type in there. Nothing really useful. But now the one interesting thing you find in that first room is a set of clothes, just kind of piled on the floor. Like all the stuff's in there is really old, and there's this pile of clothes just sitting there. So I'm not sure what to make of that.
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks to that one pile of clothes we checked out for and wanted to put that rather nasty surprise. I don't want to repeat that.
No, there's not room. This is just a pile of clothes, not room in there for a body or for anything else.
So these aren't haunted clothes.
Nope, it's just clothes.
Okay.
But could they be fancy clothes with the secret pockets like that coat we found?
Good point.
Maybe.
Well, you have to check them out.
Pockets.
And then at the back, there's a staircase leading up into the attic, but it's completely broken. There's no way to get up there without, climbing or something.
Okay.
And that just leaves one area left. 3 rooms along the east wing of the house. Let's see. So the first one looks to be a guest bedroom. It's, a lot smaller than the others. It's got a fireplace, nothing too out of the ordinary. You can see some spider webs at the back, but you probably don't want to investigate them. But if you want to, I won't stop you.
No.
I will pass.
We've had all fun
Spiders probably don't have much in the way of treasure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's just 2 rooms left. The first of the 2 bedrooms, as you look out at it, it's obvious that the floor is rotting. There's a huge chunk that is, weakened and will probably fall if you step on it.
Okay.
But that's
Ember,
not such.
Stay away.
Yes.
No, don't go sniffing.
No.
Yeah. Now there's not much in there anyway, but as you carefully walk around, you can see there's some marks at the window that look to be just the right size for that signaling lantern you found. And as you look out the window, you can clearly see down to the sea below. So it looks pretty obvious that, they were signaling someone from that window. Now, as you approach the last room, you hear a bit of noise from beyond the door, kind of like something moving about, just a little bit. And the door is locked.
Do we have company, and should we ready to lockpick?
Well, it's locked, so yes.
Yeah.
We can knock.
Room's over.
Okay, so you knock?
Sure.
All right,
why
you
not?
hear something somewhat muffled, but there's no reply.
So that's.
Well,
Don't be shy.
I
know
can-
you're in there.
I can pick the lock if you want me to.
Go for it.
Let's see. That is part of my thieves' tools, right?
Yep, thieves' tools.
So I need to what?
Pretty much just click on it and it should roll it for you.
It is asking for an attribute.
Oh, dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah, that one should default to dexterity, but I guess it hasn't been clicked. Well, yeah, 23. It's like, this is the most pathetic lock you've ever seen. Just and you're done.
Yeah.
Old house.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. The door to this room is locked. The key. Oh, now that you've picked it, the key is actually right there next to the door. Like, oh yeah, right here.
Okay.
But hey, you opened
Somebody
it. No
left
problem.
in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yes. In the southeast corner of this decayed bedroom lies a man. He's
Oh.
alive, though bound and gagged. He's
Oh.
just in his underwear and appears to have no weapons or equipment.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
again, part of this floor is very weak. But it's pretty obvious what part is. And then there is a man in the corner.
I is not one of the smugglers.
Well, he's tied up. Draw your own conclusions.
I was joking.
Mutiny? Yeah.
Okay, so someone should go over and untie him.
Yep. I'll do it. I'm the smallest and the lightest, and therefore the least likely to make the floor cave through.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
All right.
Yeah.
Go
Ember,
ahead and give me
keep
an
eye out.
athletics check just to see how well you do. Well, that was well more than you needed.
Yeah.
Said I'm light and nimble.
Yes.
The dice love you today.
Yes.
Yes, I'll keep that in
It's my-
mind for later.
It's my new.
Uh-oh.
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 It's the totem I put out in the windowsill.
Well, so as he thanks you profusely and says, "My name is Ned. I was
Hi, Ned.
yes. I was traveling from Seaton towards Saltmarsh, and I stopped in here to try and. Do you have any water? I think I've been here a couple days now. I was on my way to Saltmarsh, and I stopped here, and something knocked me out, and I've been tied up.
Oh yes.
Okay, yeah, we've got water.
Water. Yeah. And who were these people that tied you up? Anything peculiar about them?
It was ghosts, I tell you. I heard the craziest things and I walked in, big screams and whatnot. And they must have come through a wall and hit me from behind.
Ghosts, huh?
Yeah, those ghosts.
Yeah, he like looks at the group of you and it's like, I think I'd like to find my clothes now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's probably that pile of clothes that we saw.
Yeah.
Oh, did you find some clothes? Can I see them?
Someone want to go grab those?
I'll run and grab them.
Right.
Do. Here you go. Here are your
Are
clothes.
those yours?
Is that what you're looking for, sir?
Anyway, he says thank you, and like grabs them and like kind of turns around and quickly puts them on. So it's like we gotta get out of here. There's ghosts. It's scary, man. There's lots of nasty stuff in here. It's not safe.
Yeah.
We kind of took care of the ghosts, so you're safe.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're good.
They're gone.
They're gone.
You found the ghosts?
Yep. They weren't really ghosts, but yeah, we found them.
Yep.
What do you mean they weren't really ghosts?
They were smugglers
It was
using the place to smuggle stuff.
He gets this really odd look on his face, and it's like, smugglers, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard the ghosts. They had to have got me through the wall.
Where
Where
exactly did they
Attack you from? Yeah.
Where were you? Where were you when this happened?
Can
you show us?
It's the kitchen. Yeah, it's the kitchen.
Really?
Yes.
Why don't we take a walk, Ned? Friend.
Okay. Where are we going?
We're going to the kitchen.
Okay.
So I grab him by the arm. And not roughly, just kind of I gently kind of guide him toward the kitchen.
Okay.
We walk, we go down to the kitchen and standing kind of in the doorway and I say, okay, here's the kitchen. Where were you standing?
It's like, I was sitting right here in the corner. I heard something behind me and boof, out go the lights.
Yeah, that's right there. Right on the other side of the wall is that landing there where we first came in and heard the screams.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a door behind there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a door right there, and he points to his side. But I was watching it. I tell you, something came through the wall and hit me.
Yeah, a smuggler.
Yeah.
No ghost.
What do you know about magic, Ned?
It's evil and should be distrusted.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
I'll remember. I'll
Yeah.
remember that when you're, laying bleeding out and on the floor
Yes.
after something's really hit you.
Yeah.
Let's just say we've done a pretty thorough investigation of this house from top to bottom, and there's definitely not any ghosts, but these
Creatures of unusual size.
Yeah, well, yes, there are spiders.
Snakes.
Those aren't ghosts.
Yeah,
No.
but we have reason to believe that the at least one of the smugglers was pretty proficient when it came to magic. So you really can't take what you see and hear around here at face value.
It's like
Just
smugglers.
like I'm beginning to wonder if we should be taking his word for face value.
So you dealt with these smugglers?
Yep.
They're all gone?
I pretty
they
much.
tricked you.
Believe so.
They tricked me.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. It's okay. I
They
pat him
left
on the
me in a
shoulder.
room for 3 days.
I pat him on his shoulder and say, "It's okay. It's okay. We'll get you some help. We'll get you, do you have a place to stay? Do you have friends? Do you know where you're going?"
No, I was on my way to Saltmarsh, and I was there 3 days, and then he faints.
Oh.
Or well, not faints. You look closer, you realize that no, he actually just passed out.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Well, I mean, 3 days
probably
without
starving.
food or water.
Food,
yeah.
water. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we can't really leave him here, can we? Or should we just? I mean, are we sure the house is cleared out?
Well, that's just it.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, we could just, find a spare room, make him comfy, leave some rations behind for him, or when he wakes up. 'Cause I don't know how well he's gonna be good with, how well he's gonna be with adventuring if we take him with us.
Well,
Yeah.
either that or with him out cold, it's like he'd be kind of hard to carry. We could take him back to town, but prefer him to be awake.
Yeah. And Ember's just like, you ain't using me for
The pony.
baggage. Pony. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Like, I'm a
no,
wolf,
that's
not a
not
pony.
happening.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, we still have a bit more of the. I don't know if we've necessarily completely scoured the house as well.
No, is there like a
But there's that
warning
spare
system
bedroom
could
that's
set
got
up?
a bed.
Bed. Yeah.
If we put him in there, leave him some water and some rations, maybe write him a note so when he wakes up,
Yeah.
Like
whenever he wakes up,
we got stuff to do, but we'll come back.
we'll just leave him a note, tell him we're going to check out some things in the house, and he can either wait for us or, if he wants to go ahead to the town, we could send him off to the council. Let Gellin
Clients.
know that we sent him. So
Okay.
Do that.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you've cleared out the house. You've looked. The only place you haven't been into is the attic. There's no obvious way up there.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, you got a few options with him. You could, take him with you. You could leave him here and hope no more giant bugs eat him. You could, well, see, that's another thing. Don't forget, because this happened, the end of last week. There's all of that brandy and silk and stuff in the tunnels.
Oh, that's right.
There's that small boat.
Ooh.
Yes, that's what I thought we were going to.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I don't want to leave him, but I also don't want to take him with us because,
Right.
he's just a traveler.
dead weight at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
like what we don't. Maybe I'm underestimating him, but I don't think he has any skills that we can use.
No, I don't think so. And it's just like if we take him along, who's not to say, oh, they had the brandy, they had the silk. They were the ones who took it in the first place, which we are not.
Yeah.
It's definitely a conundrum.
Yes, one worthy of a poem later on. Once everything is done and over with. Not now.
Well, you draft that out while we're thinking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, back burner. Yeah, draft and back burner. Yes.
I need to leave him. That just seems rude.
Yeah. Well, the
Maybe
house is
smelling
relatively.
salts. Anyone have any smelling salts in their kit? Can we bring him around?
Yes.
The sooner he wakes up, the better off we'd be.
Well,
I could do a cure wounds on him or a healing word. I don't know.
yeah.
He's just dehydrated and hungry.
Prestidigitation would probably work. You could.
I don't have that one. I have create or destroy water.
Hold on. Would you say prestidigitation?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Or could I just smack him around a little?
I thought I.
Have Emma lick him.
Oh yeah.
That'll work, yeah.
That'll do it.
Let's see. I thought I. Maybe I don't. For some reason, I thought I had prestidigitation. Yes, I do.
You do.
Yes, I will roll.
Well, you don't even need to roll.
Oh, I don't? Okay.
No, that one just takes effect.
Okay.
All right. So he's like, what? Where? What? Smell? Why?
Hi.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Hello?
Hi.
You okay now?
Yeah.
Could probably use some food.
I'm sure we can spare a ration or two.
Ration. Yep. There
Alright,
you go.
he has a go at it, and it's like...
Take your time. Nice
So
and
it
easy.
was really smugglers, huh?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Where were they? I didn't see anyone.
Down in the basement.
Yeah. There's lots of little hidey holes in this unassuming house.
So are you guys headed into town then?
Not immediately.
Immediately, but yes.
Mind if I tag along until you get to town? Seems a little safer that way.
If you really want to, we have a few things we need to take care of. Some loose ends we need to tie up from our
Yeah.
That's
previous visit, but we also have some contacts in town. You know, we could easily give you some names and.
Waiting seems safer than going on by my own.
That's
Well,
fair.
Like we said, we pretty much cleared out the house, and it's safe. So if you want to stay here, we can leave you a few supplies. And
I'd really rather not.
well, where we're going is probably going to be quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Really? Where are you going?
Or going on an adventure.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
They call it
we're
a somewhat classified adventure.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were hired to do a job. That's
Yes.
the whole reason we're here in the first place, and we need
Yes.
to finish said job.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, are you adept at like thieving or fighting or any sort of?
I can hold my own in a fight.
Okay. Because if you come with us, I don't want to be bailing your backside out every other.
No. I just want to hang with you till you get back to town. That's all.
So
I won't be
we
a
can't
burden.
be responsible for what may happen to you.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I understand.
if
Okay, if you
Well, in
really
that
want to be
case,
part of the party.
let's head back to the basement.
Okay, so what are you doing in the basement? Just gathering up the stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And then getting down to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is the boat big enough for all of us and the stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bigger than it looks on the map.
Okay.
Well, I
I
have.
mean, they did have that big guard. He must have been on that boat too. So
Yeah.
if he
Uh-huh.
fit,
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I have a bag of holding.
Yes, that'll hold
Yeah.
a couple 100 pounds.
Okay.
So like the
well,
silk you could put in there pretty easy.
Yeah.
She'll hold 500 pounds, so.
all right. Well, I can put stuff in there.
And yeah, and Emma's starting to get a little nervous about having to go back on that boat. On a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Don't worry. Remember, we've got this. Remember, I've got the bardic inspiration here. We've got this. Don't worry. We make this look good.
There we go.
there's chances to be heroes,
Yes.
and lots of Scooby snacks at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Not for you,
loading
Ned.
loading up the boat. All right. Okay, so you are loading up the boat. He's, lounging against the wall here. And he's, very tired. He'll just rest a bit.
Everything okay? Yes.
A split moment before he acts, you see him pull something from the waistband of his pants. And
Oh, smart guys.
yeah, so he did not get this surprise round he wanted. I am very sad. So go ahead, everyone roll initiative.
Oh crap!
He is attacking you.
Should have known.
Yeah, me too. I just.
That hurt.
Ooh, owie. Ouch, 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 ouch.
I messed up.
And for the wolf as well. Ember gets to roll her own initiative. Oh, really? Really, Ember? You gotta do this to me? You gotta do this to me. Ugh.
Another box of Scooby snacks for Ember.
Indeed.
A
Well,
nice T-bone steak.
His stealth check wasn't good enough, and his initiative wasn't good enough, so this might go very poorly for our friend here, Mr. Ned. All right, well, okay, so Leah notices he's doing something, and she shouts a warning. So how does Ember react?
Ember is not happy at this, so she runs and takes a bite.
All right. Seriously? And now he fell prone. Well, it's not his day apparently.
Well, maybe he should have stayed up and stayed tied up upstairs.
Maybe. All right. It's Betty's turn.
Betty, do your worst or best. Can I stabby hug, or are we going to do some practice with archery?
Huh?
Well, I mean, Ember's got a pretty good hold of him.
Yeah.
As it is. So let's if I can get in there with her. So yeah, let's just
One closer. That will hit. Let's see your sneak attack, because you get sneak attack. 3 sneak attack. Okay. Well, at least you didn't roll so well. Leah, it is your turn.
Okay, so how close can I move? Can I move up by Betty?
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to go in with my rapier.
All right, you need to move a little closer for that.
Okay, thank you.
Right up next to him.
Okay.
Oh, that hits. Okay, well, he is going to fling a little dart at Enya.
Enya, look out.
What? Why?
Okay. I need Enya to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
The blade is poisoned.
Uh-oh. Crap.
Uh-oh. This is gonna leave a mark.
Oh,
Great.
you don't have the best of luck.
No.
She has the wolf companion.
Mm-hmm.
I guess where
Okay.
it all went.
Ooh.
No, that's not
Owie.
all of it. That's
Oh,
only part
crap.
of it.
Oh,
Only
crap.
part?
Part?
54.
Ouch.
Oh, wow. Okay. You are very lucky. If I had
Really?
done 60 points of damage, you'd be dead. Like, just straight up dead.
Oh, crap.
Well,
So, yeah.
look
The actual hit from the dart wasn't that bad, but it's poisoned and you just kind of, and you
Oh, crud.
ouch.
Okay. And that's
Alright,
even
but
with
the-
that's even with the bardic inspiration.
Well, see, that wasn't there because you've already used it for today.
Oh, crud. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. And then he disengages and dances. Well, okay, so he has to stand up, disengage. 1, 2, 3. That's unfortunately as far as he can get because he was knocked prone. That really messed up his
Right.
plans.
Where does he think he's going?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's an interesting question. Shania, it is your turn.
2, 3, 4, 5. I can see him from here, yeah?
There you go. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I hadn't dropped. Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Let's see, what should I do?
Remember, you still haven't regained your spells from last time.
I know. I was only down 1 spell slot anyway.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to do Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, you do hit.
Yay!
Okay.
Doesn't like magic, huh?
No, not that he said no.
Little punk. So there, I Guiding Bolted his behind.
Yep.
Poison my friend, huh? Okay,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Amber,
It's
be
Ember's
careful.
turn.
Ember is mad. So mad right now.
Yep.
Girl.
Stick 'em, girl. Shoe toy.
This time he misses, or she misses.
Oh,
sorry.
Crud.
Yep.
Crap.
He, like snatches back the leg, so the attack misses. All right, Betty, it's your turn. You cannot reach him, given the narrowing of the corridor there.
So it's getting awfully crowded in there too, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
yeah, plenty of range for your bow and everything.
How well can I? Is the angle okay from where I am?
Yeah,
Should be.
you miss. Shatters against the ground next to his shoes.
Oh,
Okay.
Leah, you gotta do it.
Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. Right here.
Okay. Yeah, that's as close as you can get. So.
Oh
range
boy.
at the moment.
Okay. Well. Let's see. I'm gonna try light crossbow because I don't want to use the spell slots unless I necessarily have to.
Okay.
Ew. Crud.
Yeah, you jam your crossbow and it misfires.
Crap.
Yep. Numbers have turned against you. It's now my turn.
Philly.
Should have left him locked up.
Okay. I need a saving throw from the wolf.
Oh no.
Constitution. Oh no.
Crap.
The wolf yelps and is then quiet.
Oh no.
What?
What? Wait,
What
I
did you
can't
do?
I'm
Poisoned knife.
Ah,
Now, luckily, the wolf you can bring back to life. Ember is not gone. Just
Okay.
temporarily dead.
She's not dead. She's just mostly dead.
We dead.
Yeah, she's slightly alive.
I have to go visit Magical Max.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
with her
luckily-
name on it.
Yeah,
Her
luckily Enya has the magic for that. Of course, Enya's dying right now, so you know.
I was gonna say that's not helpful at the moment.
Okay.
Didn't we pick up any antidotes or anything while we were in town last?
I don't think you did, because they're 50 gold each. Okay.
woof.
So he then stabs Leah.
Crud. So, what do you need from me? Constitution?
Constitution save, yeah.
Well, gonna be put.
Oh, hey! You made yours.
Oh, good.
Thank goodness.
Half damage. Alright, so that will be a total of 21 points of damage.
Oh, crud.
Little punk.
Yep. He then disengages and dances away. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is now in darkness. You cannot see him. Also around the corner, so you can't see him anyway. Okay, he's done. Death saving throw! What? And from the great beyond, like, no, I must go back.
She heard her dog was
Oh, yes,
probably
exactly.
her wolf.
Okay, well,
It was
apparently...
that Mama Bear.
Again,
Apparently,
she's having a Molly Weasley moment.
No, we've moved past that. Enya just went full John Wick.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I like that
Okay.
better.
Your turn is done, but you are awake and have 1 hit point. Like, I will kill you! Okay, Finea, it is your turn. So, Leia is really hurt. Enya is barely alive. Blackwater Betty is at about half hit points.
So it would
And
not
you're doing great.
it would not behoove me to go after this little twit.
Well, see, here's the trick.
If he'll go back and get his buddies.
Well, no, not necessarily, because you're pretty sure the building is empty, aside from him. You need at least a few more minutes to get the boat ready. So, you're kind of stuck.
So I need to kill him.
Well,
At least knock him out cold.
Cold. And we leave him and take his clothes again.
Yes, I vote we stick him back upstairs, bound and gagged, completely naked.
We can toss him down the well again.
You are pretty sure he has to have been hiding the blades in his underwear. Like, there's no other option.
Let's just
And sneak completely naked.
Okay, what do I want to do with him?
Well, I imagine violent things.
Very violent things. Hold on, I gotta see what was this.
Whatever Procan wishes you to do it.
I think I'm going to thunder wave his butt.
Ow. Okay. That may have done it. Let's see. Yep.
Well, no, he has to do a Constitution save.
He did. Oh,
Oh.
sorry. His rolls aren't showing up on your end, but they are on mine.
Oh,
So
okay.
he rolled a 15. So he still takes 4 points of damage, but does not get pushed anywhere.
I even did that at a higher level.
Yep. And you rolled a 2, a 2, and a 4. Single tear. Very sad.
Oh, hush you.
Okay, it is Betty's turn. Okay, now you can't really see him in the darkness because you don't have dark vision like Finea does.
Nope.
Can't I point to him and say, right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and that will
Let
help.
me move you, position you, and that way.
That will help some, yes.
Just tell me where to shoot.
It's a small target, but aim for his heart.
All right, let's
Are
see
we
your
sure
attack roll.
he has one?
I don't think he has one.
He did just kill a dog, so.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Only
Okay,
just got.
that will
killed.
miss.
Oh, crud.
Frickin'!
I'm sorry, I can't see in the dark.
That's
Yep.
all right,
Hey,
sweetheart.
Leia, it is your turn.
Okay, let's see. That's right about here's how far I can go.
Yeah. I mean, you could move to this right here, like down a bit, because those barrels aren't there anymore. They're now on the boat.
Okay, so right about here you said?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Well,
And
I'm
so
gonna. Let's see. Do I have a spell slot open to do dissonant whispers?
Yes, but you can't see him.
Crud.
So what you might just need to do. Let's see. Do you have that spell? You might just need to cast light, so you can see him.
All right, I will cast light then.
Okay, where are you casting it?
Towards the direction
so-
of.
Well, I have to specify. Are you casting it on yourself or on Betty? Because you have to be able to touch what the light's going to be.
On Betty.
Okay, so Betty is now glowing. And now you can see him, which did frustrate his plans a little bit. So, it's like, let's see.
I've been invisible and now I glow.
Yeah. He seems a little unsure what to do. He's definitely, this is more a sneaky type. All right, he looks you over and then he throws a dagger.
Okay.
All right. I need actually 12. No, doesn't matter. Wait, no, it does. Okay, Betty, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, Betty.
It's kind of important.
Oh, crud.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Come on, halfling lucky!
Okay, you don't die.
Yay!
Yay.
You do, however, fall unconscious.
Oh, crap.
How is one snotty little whatever he is beating us?
Well, see, that poison he's hitting you with is doing 76 points of damage.
Oh, crap.
You're just lucky he's not getting his sneak attack in too. He was counting on the darkness to give him sneak attack. So that was
and I foiled that. Yeah.
yes. Otherwise, it would have been another 4d6 damage on top of it, and as it is, yeah. Well, oh wait, did I do my math wrong? I want to be fair about this. Let's see. Made your throw. So that's 11. Oh no, okay. You are still unconscious. I wanted to make sure I wasn't being unfair, but no. It was 20. It was 20 points total, and you had 17 hit points left.
Yikes.
Okay, Enya, it is your turn. You are lying on the ground with 1 hit point.
How far can I get over? Or should I just try to heal?
You can get to this square with your movement. So you can go up and around and get next to Betty and Leah. Okay.
Would I be able to
Yeah,
possibly
you
hit him?
one more time?
Could I potentially hit him?
Yes.
With a
Yeah, you can hit him.
It's John Wick time.
Yep.
It is.
Mhm.
Killed my dog. You're hurting all my friends. That is no.
Yep. So what are you doing? Oh, well
Back.
that very solidly hit.
Good.
Good.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you one bit of DM advice. You should have cast Hunter's Mark first because you do have the
Oh,
spell
right.
slots.
Right.
So go ahead and give me a d6 roll. This time we'll assume you did, but you do need to remember that in the future.
Okay.
So you have marked him as your quarry. All right. He takes 11 from the arrow, 2 because he's a humanoid because you have your favorite quarry, and 2 from Hunter's Mark. So that's 15 points of damage. That hurt.
Mhm.
It better have.
Also hurt his feelings. He thought we had something special. The bond between assassin and assassee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
And now you're back
yeah.
up. You're making a mockery of his work ethic.
Good.
Okay, Finea, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use Sacred Flame on him. Are you kidding me?
Well, it does hit. He did not make his save, and he takes 1 point of damage. He's like, ow.
I was gonna do Healing Word on Enya.
Okay, you still can.
Oh.
Maybe that'll roll a little better than 1. There you go.
There you go, 7 points for you, Brittany.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, and now I need a death save from Betty.
Come on, do what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Big money, no whammies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. What am I looking for? Death saves. Maybe.
If you can't get it to work, it's just a straight up D20 check with no modifiers. So you could just roll a D20 as well. But on your sheet...
There it goes.
Nope, you found it. Oh, good. You didn't also crit. Jeez.
It was close though.
Yeah, you don't get any worse. Okay, Leah.
Not quite John Wick, but it'll do.
No.
Okay.
Leah, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Am I enough in crossbow range?
Yeah, you can see him. You can shoot a crossbow at him.
All right, we're gonna try it.
Straight shot.
Hopefully, don't jam this time.
Okay. So 18 will hit. You do 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
That really hurt.
Good. I'm glad.
Okay, but now it's his turn,
Oh crud.
and he disappears around the corner into the darkness.
Well,
Oh, boy.
And then suddenly he's back.
Oh
He
crap.
stabs Finea,
Oh,
and he
crap.
crits.
What?
oh,
He crits. This is bad.
Nice.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
oh,
I died. I did.
Oh no.
Well, you are fully healed,
Well, yeah.
so okay. So
Are you gonna
unless
have,
I did 71 points of damage, you're not dead.
Oh, I think I have like 3 points left. Doing the math.
Well, no, that's not all the damage. That's just the sneak attack.
Oh.
Okay, so
It's kind of annoying that your stuff doesn't show up on our side.
Yeah.
yes, I think that one's. Well, I'm not sure like a try. But anyway, yeah, you are not dead. You are not conscious either, but you're not dead.
oh,
Frick.
Yeah, that critical hit was not good. Not good at all. And then he walks over your body,
oh.
going to try and attack. I think Leah seems the bigger target.
Oh crud.
Okay, this time. Let's see. Oh no, he missed.
Oh, thank
He
goodness.
Oh.
finally missed. So he
Thank
starts cursing as he does, because I think he knew he needed that to land for him to make it out of here.
Mhm.
And he's like, clutching his side.
Mhm.
He's looking at the two of you. He's looking at his dagger.
Yeah. Don't think about it.
Math.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that was my last gasp. I surrender.
Good. You better.
Why don't you stab yourself while you're at it?
Take
and
some
be-
of that poison.
Yeah, but
that
before you can
that's
react, he like flings his dagger. It bounces off the wall and lands with a splash somewhere beyond you can see. Yeah, he didn't want you using his poison against him.
Yeah.
We would.
And why not?
Not. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Well,
stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen.
We were having so much fun with it.
yep.
Mhm.
Well, if he had landed that hit, he wouldn't have surrendered, because that would have taken Leia down, and then it's 1-on-1, and he'd taken his chances.
Mhm.
Speaking of, just out of morbid curiosity, Enya, I want you to give me a melee attack.
A melee?
Yeah, because you're too close to use your bow, because he's right in
Yeah.
front of you. So let's see what would have happened if he had.
Ooh.
Oh, he
Oh.
would have pulled it off. He would have. If you'd
Thank
hit,
goodness, yeah.
he would be dead. And that's what he was thinking, so he surrendered.
Yeah.
Now, here's the important question.
Mhm.
Betty and Finea are unconscious. The wolf is dead.
Mhm.
But just for the two of you, do you accept his surrender?
Mhm.
Normally
Anya?
I would have been okay, but no, no,
Mhm.
I'm mad. And he's
Mhm.
mad.
Mhm.
Beyond mad.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what do you do to him?
That's a question.
If I was awake, I'd give my 2 cents, but
I would too.
Yep.
I have words, but I can't say them.
Nope. Well, okay, so yeah, it's Enya's turn. The roll I had you make was just a hypothetical, so that didn't actually happen. So what are you doing? He has thrown away his weapon and he surrendered.
I've got some rope on my bag. Feel free to use it.
That's a time up and wait, get everyone else awake, and then we can decide what to do. So,
Okay.
Can I do that? Can I tie him up?
Yeah. He won't resist. Okay, so while you're doing that, Leah, what are you doing?
Can I cast healing words on any of my team?
Okay, well that's what I need to know. You're gonna heal them. So none of them are close enough to be dead for it to make a difference. So they will both get healed.
Okay.
And they'll finish tying him up. So that actually ends the fight. That was quite close.
Should I should I roll for healing then?
No, it's not going to matter.
Okay, it's not going to matter. Okay.
You were headed back to town in a minute anyway.
Okay, sounds good.
So, but you did use your 2 heals,
Okay.
and then Betty is conscious with a hit point or 2.
Okay.
What'd I miss?
You don't want to drink at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
After this, yeah, we're
Are we
gonna need
are we
it.
stringing up this thing?
Yeah, we'll string him up, take him back to town, and yeah. Hoisted by his own petard. Let's just put it that way.
So yeah, the 5 of you, the 2 of you wake up. You get him tied up. He's like, "All right, it was nothing personal. I was hired to do a job. I failed."
So were we? Yeah.
Who hired
you? Yeah.
I don't know his name. I was hired in Seaton to try and keep you from finding out about the smugglers. Some ridiculously rich dude. Big beard and whatnot. And let's see. See, that's the interesting thing. Is he gives you a description of the guy who hired him, and it sounds quite a bit like
The guy
Dylan
who hired.
Primewater. Yes, the guy who hired
The
you.
guy who hired us. Yeah.
Oh,
Very
that's-
well dressed, gray hair, mustache. But that's what he
That's
says.
interesting.
But never got his
I
name.
think we've been played, ladies. I think we've been dead. Double crossed.
I think we have too.
Yeah.
Well, I still hurt a little bit. I really want to go.
We need to get Ember fixed up.
We need Amber.
Yeah, that will take a few hours' work. But the good news is you can.
Thanks. Yay.
Well, since the wolf is down and now this guy's tied up, I think we should finish up loading up the boat and see if we can.
No, there aren't any surprises on the boat that we need to be wary of, is there? For
No.
loading purposes? But,
No, you're fine.
okay.
I mean,
That's-
you're all sailors, or at least have worked on ships. So
Let's finish loading up the boat and set sail before we have any other surprises.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a
Like
very-
I said, stiff strengths, yes.
that too,
Yes.
but
Yes.
we need to have a
Rest,
talk
yeah.
with a certain council member.
That
do-
too, yeah. No, we'll talk nice before we make with the stabby hugs.
all right.
So,
So,
that's what I'm going for with the
You can't promise anything.
Play me some rage music, rage poems.
have
limericks.
I don't like being played, and I like being played even less by a politician.
Yes, I know.
I am stewing in silent rage right now.
Yep. Plus, you're all bloody.
Also, I have like 2 hit points.
Yep, that was a pretty close fight. He,
Hell hath no fury.
That is true.
Like I said, we make this look good, but we make this a wounded look good.
All right, so there's several docks you can head for. So you have to row the boat down to town. You can stop at the closer docks over here, kind of by the Mariners Guild Hall. There's much smaller, less public. The main docks are over here, though, closer, farther into the bay, by the Prime Water Mansion, as it happens.
Ladies, what do you think? Should we go to the closest one so we don't make too much of a noise?
I would like to catch this guy by surprise, because
evidently
he expects us to be dead.
Exactly. Hence, yes, under the radar.
Can we find out when his next public appearance is?
Well, first you have to get back to town.
Okay, I'm going through a plan in my head.
All right.
I am not pleased.
Okay.
And I kind of like you said plan. Betty is rubbing off on us.
Oh my.
No. There's a mercenary code here. You get hired for a job. You don't get double crossed by the guy who hired you.
I know.
But remember the immortal words of Captain Reynolds. I did a job, then I get paid.
Yeah, but if he wanted us dead, I'm thinking he wasn't planning on paying out.
No.
All right. So, you head into the dock.
Hey, I don't know if we necessarily. I don't think we should confront him in public.
Oh no! That wasn't my plan.
Yeah, no. But I have a bit of an idea too.
Okay, we will.
All right.
We'll discuss this.
So
now, the sight of 4 bloodied ladies, a dead wolf, a tied-up dude, and a whole bunch of barrels of brandy, because of course the silk's all in your bag of holding, in a rowboat, it attracts some attention, and
we were going to attract some attention no matter what dock we went to, because if we docked far away, we'd have to walk through town with this yahoo we've tied up. So
Yes.
But by the time you get to the dock, there's a crowd of onlookers, because they can run faster than you can row.
Yeah.
There's a few members of the watch there, including the leader of the watch, whose escapes me, Eleander Fireborn, and they're all looking on. Now, I need all 4 of you to make perception checks.
If we get attacked again in this state.
Seriously? You keep ruining my plans with your high number. Come on! Another 24?
We've been played numerous times, my dear boy.
mine wasn't that good, but I'm just going to blame it on the fact that I've been unconscious.
Yep.
And I'm still
all right.
Still a little cloudy.
As you're pulling, rowing it up to the dock, you see a flash of movement on the roof of the nearby building.
Duck.
It's you rolled quite well, so at least 2 of you can catch a glimpse of a guy in a rather ill-fitting looking cloak. You catch a flash of skinny gray hair, kind of gaunt, and then he pulls out a crossbow and fires.
Sniper!
Yeah. Roll.
And you stop. You're all 4 fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Pulling out my crossbow and firing it back at him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. It's at long range, so you'll have disadvantage, but you can try. 16. That might hit. Let me double check. Well, actually, that does.
Nice.
You managed to snag a fleshy bit of his leg, but he still runs off and drops out of sight.
He is wounded.
Very slightly, yes.
He's insult added to injury at this
Yep.
point.
And then you turn around, and the four of you realize you weren't the target.
Oh.
Your captured spy is just dead. He has a bolt right between the eyes.
Ugh.
Lovely. Great.
Let me look in my bag of holding for the sympathy I have. Fresh out.
Okay, that's going on a t-shirt. Out of character comment. Hold on, let me write that down.
Yeah. Look to my bag of holding for all the sympathy I have. Wait, fresh out.
Nice. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I might be tears of laughter from my eyes at that. Oh, that was just pure brilliance there, Chrissy.
Yep. Okay, so now, of course, you getting shot at and you shooting back right in front of the captain of the town guard causes a bit of a commotion. It causes more of a commotion when he notices what's in your boat with you besides that guy. And he's like, I think it'd be in your best interest to put down your weapons and just quietly come along with me to the tower. Not under arrest, but I have a few questions.
Yeah, we've got questions too.
And then he signals to a couple of his he signals to a couple of his men, and they rush off towards where the sniper was. But it's you have to go around the building and stuff, so it's not a huge hope. But maybe, who knows? Okay. So, are you going to go with him willingly?
Yes.
Quietly?
Yes.
All right.
We have no reason to resist. We're coming to return this stuff anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he very politely, calmly gathers your weapons, puts them in a bag, and he holds on to that himself. He gives his sword over to one of the other guards, and it's like, well, we'll keep these safe. Just everyone, stay calm. He turns to the crowd. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Go about your business. And all the old ladies and sailors and gossips in the crowd just kind of laugh at him. He ignores it, but he keeps repeats himself, and then he leads you through the town. Now, if you remember, the tower is at the other end of town, kind of towards the entrance. So it's a bit of a walk. And as you're walking, he looks the four of you over, and he whispers something to one of the other guards, and they run off in the opposite direction. You arrive at the tower. Takes you into one of the side rooms, puts you down.
Do we have the bodies with us?
I was gonna say, do I have my wolf? Do I have info?
Well, that he won't interfere. So what are you gonna do with the body of the wolf?
Whatever we need to do to start fixing her. Do we need to take her somewhere?
Well,
Well,
I
you
know
can,
it's like I have a thing that I do, but it has to be like an 8-hour rest.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
I mean, is he gonna let us is he gonna make us sit and wait?
not very long.
Okay.
A few minutes at least. But thematically, what would probably be best is to send the wolf up to the Druid's Grove, and he can help you prepare things, so you can do the ritual later tonight.
Okay.
okay,
Assuming you aren't
works.
arrested, but
Yeah.
everything's always assuming you aren't arrested.
Yeah. That's the life we live.
that's true.
What about Ned's body?
Mm-hmm.
That they'll take.
Yeah.
You're welcome to. I
Yeah.
don't want it sticking up my boat.
Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess you have a boat now.
Yay!
Yay.
It's not a very big boat,
Yay!
but it's a boat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the stains will come out eventually.
Yeah.
We'll just paint over it.
All right. So he leads you to a room. It's actually pretty large. There's room for at least another, dozen people probably around a massive table. Then he heads back. There are guards outside the door. After a few minutes, some food and water is brought in, as well as some, washcloths and stuff. And a few minutes after that, one of the healers shows up.
Oh, good.
Inquiring as to your condition, because
We got a condition.
Poisoned, you name it.
Yeah, you're all kind of sleepy from that too, by the way. And then you had to row a boat several miles.
Yeah.
It's been a very fun day.
Yeah.
Fun is one way of putting it.
Well, I'm having fun.
Your definition of fun and our definition of fun, two different things right now.
Perhaps. After, about an hour, Leah walks back in and apologizes for the wait, but says it seemed like something this is important. We needed to get the people who need to be involved from the beginning. And then in walks the council: Edda Oland, Gellin Primewater, Andrew Solomore, and Manistrad Copperlocks. It's been a while since we've run into them. If you remember, Edda is basically the head of the traditionalist faction. She owns several boats. She's very well respected. Gellin is basically her ally on the council. He defers to her a lot. He's obviously the guy who hired you. He's the wealthiest man in town. Anders is kind of a wild card. He is famous for absolutely hating smugglers and slavers and the sea pirates in general. He's very young. He took over his mom when she died. Now, Eleander is obviously he's a captain of the guard. Ran to him. He's a veteran from the wars in the north. He lost his leg to a battlefield injury, and he's captain of the guard. And then finally, Manistrad Copperlocks. She is in charge of the dwarf presence in town and the mine specifically. And those last two are much more loyal to the crown specifically than they are to the town itself. All right. So Gellin isn't saying anything, but he obviously recognizes you, and he seems he's got the whole one eyebrow raised thing going on. And it's Eleander who speaks as captain of the guard. It's like, okay, you come back into town, and within moments, the person you had on your ship tied up is shot and killed. Someone want to start explaining?
Well, let's start with we'll start at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, Councilman Primewater, we have completed the task that you hired us for.
Yeah, with a
Very
little
good.
surprise.
Yes,
And-
we've been up to the Alchemist Mansion, and we can definitively say it is not haunted. So any of the townsfolk and other people that have claims about ghosts and goblins and all sorts of things, it's a bunch of bunk. It's definitely not. There are definitely no ghosts.
Yeah.
He looks you over and is like, no, clearly something more physical did all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit.
So
And at that point, he'll interject, turn to the rest of the council, and was like, just to make sure, no secrets. I did hire them. I was interested in, tracking down who would own the house, or if no one, pay the crown for it. She set it up as another mansion, possibly, or maybe, if I had to tear it down and rebuild. I had heard about the ghost, just wanted to know. Other than that, I don't know any more than you do.
Yeah.
So
Well,
carry on.
It's not in the best condition. If you wanted to fix it up, it would probably cost you a pretty penny, but it could be habitable.
He just waves his hand, like that doesn't concern him. But
Yeah. Or you can
doesn't
tear it
say
down.
anything.
Yeah. No ghosts. It was occupied.
Yeah.
By the way, the alchemist, the previous owner, we can also say definitively that he is dead. So you don't have to worry about the previous owner coming back and wanting his house back.
He disappeared 20 years ago.
Well,
That
nobody
wasn't-
was sure.
Disappeared
There was
doesn't
much
equal
question.
dead.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
He is definitely dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the house was occupied.
Mm-hmm.
We discovered a decent size. We're still not entirely sure on the count of how many are involved, but a good dozen at least.
Smugglers.
Dozen and a half smugglers.
Smuggling the brandy that you saw us bring up on the boat.
Yes, and we have
And-
some silk
and
as well.
silk.
Yes, all stamped with the
Royal mark.
the royal mark. Then I'm pretty sure that the legitimate businessmen who trade and such were not aware that these things were there.
Mm-mm. And to the cause of the dead body, we
No,
found
wait.
him.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to
Okay.
that. So,
Mhm.
but before we go any further, I know that there are still questions that need to be answered, but considering we did complete the job that you hired us for, Councilman, we'd like to get paid before we go any further.
He looks at you, kind of shocked, and is like, "Of course I'll pay you. I don't have it with me, and we might want to deal with the more pressing issues first."
We just want to make sure we're on the same page here, that we have completed the job
All right.
that you hired us for.
Okay.
In front of these people.
Yes, in front of witnesses.
We'll
Yes.
handle this. He like knocks on the door. It opens, and he says something to the guard outside. A minute later, one of his servants comes in. He gives them a little note saying, "Bring that back." It's like, there you go. Is that satisfactory? It'll be here the time we finish talking. But smugglers.
Yes.
Smugglers. Mm-hmm.
And did you capture any of them? Are they all dealt with? Did any escape?
All the ones that we've encountered have been dealt with, but
Okay.
can't say for sure that they're.
Yeah.
All
So
taken
he
care of.
then asks you to describe the operation. Obviously. Okay. Is there anything you leave out? Just to.
No, not.
Okay. So you go over. There was the tunnels under the mansion, and there was the boat.
Mhm.
There was the signaling system,
Mhm.
and there was the brandy and the silk there. And so they back off and talk about this for a bit. And so he says, "So you had the boat. What about the ship?"
What ship? We didn't mention a ship.
There has to be a ship. I mean, where do you think the smuggled goods came from? Who do you think they were signaling?
I don't know. Do you have the answers to that, Councilman?
I have theories, but the important thing is you don't know. So we'll hang on to that. Who's the dead man? And why were you bringing him back?
Funny you should mention him. He had an interesting story to tell us when we captured him. See, we have it on good authority. We're not the only ones that you've hired in the last little bit.
That's news to me.
He
Unless you mean my
asserts-
florist.
He asserts that you hired him to kill us before we found out about the smugglers.
That's convoluted and ludicrous.
Is it true?
Oh wait, you're serious. I'll laugh even harder. Of course it's not true. If it wasn't so absurd, I'd be upset you even suggest it. Why would that even make sense? Why?
That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, well, okay, but if I didn't want you to find out the smugglers, why would I have hired you in the first place?
That's a very good question, isn't it?
Oh, I'm guessing that you probably knew about the smugglers. My guess is you probably have a financial stake in the smuggling ring, and you were hoping that if we happened to stumble across their little scheme and set up there, that we would be outnumbered, and you would do us in, they would do us in, and your little secret would be safe.
Wait, but if I was with the smugglers, my secret would be safe by just not hiring you.
But I think there's been some pressure at the political level to put an end to these smuggling rings, and that pressure fell upon you. And isn't it just so inconvenient that the very councilman in Saltmarsh tasked with stopping the smuggling rings is in fact the one profiting from them? So on one hand...
Wait, except I'm not the one in charge of that. That's Eleander's and Anders' job.
Then why did
And
why
they
were
both
you...
nod. Go on.
Sorry, there was an alert on the phone. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So he says that it's
So why are
more
you
and
in
finer.
charge of hiring us then?
Because I wanted the house.
For what purpose?
To
So
make
your
it- to
smuggling
make it-
friends could have a free reign?
So I could throw parties and get drunk.
Well,
Everyone's
brandy?
nodding. Everyone is nodding. It's like yes.
Besides that,
I have
Okay,
houses
did we-
to the north, the west, and the
May-
east. Well, not the east. That's what I wanted it for. So I had a house to the east.
Okay, hold on. Did we pick up anything before that would help us here?
Okay. Well, you definitely didn't sense any deception from him when you first were hired. So go ahead and give me insight checks now. That's the.
I'm like, yeah, because...
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a crit. Okay, so he's clearly upset, but it seems most likely he's upset because you're accusing him. He's confused because he still doesn't get, if he was smuggling from there, why hire you in the first place?
That's what we want to know.
And and of course, it really isn't his job to catch the smugglers. That's the town guard's job. And Anders is involved with that because he has a personal stake in it. Gellen's job is to, throw parties and have fun. And everyone in the town likes him because he throws parties and has fun. So yeah, he is legitimately confused and upset you're accusing him, but really, really confused because it is the dumbest plan ever if he had really done that.
well, nobody said he was smart.
Could that description that the guy gave us, that describe anybody else?
Now, see, that is an interesting bit because not really. I mean, the level of finery combined with the general description, there isn't anyone else in Saltmarsh that would match because he's well known for being the richest guy in town and dressing better than everyone else on the general principle of it. But there also remains the fact that, like, in all seriousness, if he was smuggling from that ruin, there's no need to hire you because he says he hired you to check it out because he wanted to buy it and use it for another mansion. It's something a little farther away from town. But you have someone accusing him. It's
What if
very
it's not
interesting.
so much about just using it as a front for smuggling? Councilman, what do you know about alchemy?
It tastes terrible, but heals wounds. That's about it.
Okay.
I like booze.
I'm actually
Yeah,
kind of
alchemy, not alcohol.
Come on.
Is it the same thing?
No.
No.
Oh, well, okay. I kind of
Okay,
figured since you drink both
can I
of them.
ask a question?
Yes.
What about these other people that have gathered? Do any of them seem shifty?
Well, Anders is clearly angry because there's smugglers involved, and he hates smugglers.
Okay.
Eleander seems confused. He's trying to follow the conversation, and it's just like, this makes no sense. Edda has her hand over her eyes and is just shaking her head. And Manistrad looks bored because it's like, this is just silly.
Did they catch? Has anyone caught that guy that was shooting at us? You saw him shooting at us, and he killed the guy that we were bringing in for questioning.
And who played this like a fiddle.
Yeah,
thing.
Eleander's size, he was not caught.
Oh, lovely.
The best we did was we found a vial smashed in one of the alleyways where he probably would have come down. So we assume he drank a potion and healed himself before continuing on. That's it. That's all we got.
This does not make sense. Unless there's some sort of doppelganger situation. Someone pretending to be the good councilman here.
Councilman, do you have a twin brother?
Oh goodness,
the same
no. Manistrad actually speaks up at that point. That isn't a terrible line of inquiry. I mean, falsely accusing someone of being a smuggler, especially someone as popular as Gellin, would really divide the town.
Yeah, but you can't just... Any old person would not be able to impersonate him because his look is very, very distinctive. It costs a fortune just to dress like him, to pretend to be him.
Or if magic is involved.
That's what I'm thinking. Has anyone seen the wizard lately?
Out of his tower, no.
Should we go check on him? Or have somebody check on him?
I'm wondering if we should go... I don't know if it would be safe for us to go and speak to him. If my line of thinking is correct, it would be possibly dangerous.
Are you saying we should disguise ourselves?
No, I'm saying that
he...
if magic is involved, anything is possible.
Yeah.
That's a basic first level spell.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of the books that we gave him didn't have that?
Yeah, but he probably would have known that.
He would have already known it.
Yeah.
Unless let's see.
The timing was off for that.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
True.
Because assuming Ned wasn't lying.
He's not the only wizard in the world.
Well, yes.
True.
Well, and the one seemingly ringleader that we encountered in the tunnels, he knew magic.
Right.
And they knew about us by then. Who's to say that he didn't go under the guise of the councilman?
Councilman, have you made any enemies recently that have made threats against you?
Okay, this actually gets all five of them laughing. And they're like, who has enemies that made threats? And they all raise their hand.
Guess we should have saw that coming.
This is not helpful.
They all
Take a number.
they all politicians. That shouldn't be too surprising.
Yeah, that was
And where politicians don't always get along.
Right.
I mean, things are fairly balanced between Gellin and Edda and Manistrad and Eleander, but it's tense. Let's put it that way. That was Anders speaking, by the way. I should clarify. Okay, so Eleander is just like shaking his hands about. It's okay. This is getting ridiculous. You were hired to clear the house because Gellin wants it. Find smugglers there. You kill the smugglers, and you take their ship and their loot. Okay.
Right.
This other fellow tries to ambush you and kill you all, and you capture him. He claims that Gellin hired him to keep you from finding out about the smugglers, but Gellin hired you in the first place, so if he didn't want you to find out about the smugglers, he wouldn't have hired you. You come back to town, and someone else, who was not Gellin, shoots him and runs away.
That's
And
the
now
long and
here
the
you
short
are.
of it.
And there's still a smuggler vessel to deal with, because they had to have gotten the goods to the caverns somehow. Okay. Clearly, we need specialists for the different facets here. I will investigate the accusations against Gellin if you'll, I know we have our disagreements, Gellin, but I can promise to be impartial and fair. Gellin nods his head reluctantly. For of you, I think your talents lie elsewhere. So I would like to hire you.
I wasn't
I
expecting
want
that.
you to capture or destroy that smuggler ship.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you gonna pay us?
Well, that will depend on what you recover.
Okay then.
Oh, speaking of, by this point, the servant has come back, and he hands over a bag to Gellin, who puts it on the table. It's like, there's your payment. This has gotten really weird. I'm trying not to take it personal, but
You have no idea.
But you want... That's a violent group, which is unusual for smugglers. Usually they try and be quiet about things. So, what's the plan? And he turns to Fire. Okay, I forgot his name. Fireborn. There we go. Okay. So a smuggling ship probably doesn't come back very often. And you found a way to signal it. And from the notes you found, you even know what the signals are. So what you do, wait for them to come back, signal them that it's time to come in, take your little boat out to the ship, and capture it. Easiest thing in the world.
Right.
And we will pay you.
Well,
In for a penny, in for a pound.
yeah. We've gotten this far.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't let the smuggling ring keep going on. It's
No.
bad for everybody's business.
Betty.
Yeah. Okay, so for returning the silicon brandy that we have so far, they're actually going to give you 200 gold plus the 500 gold for completing the mission you were hired to do, and they will offer you 400 gold to capture the ship.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Now, we'll be checking your story, but we have confirmed you were hired to do that specific job, and you did return with the contraband. So we're going to take you at your word as well. We will be watching you, though, because this could all be an attempt to discredit Councilman Primewater.
If it is, it's not by us.
No.
Well, convenient that the only witness you say you have is dead.
Yeah.
We were bringing him back to be questioned.
He
Yes.
was alive.
And
If we
convenient-
wanted him dead, we would have killed him before that point.
Yes, and convenient that the sniper was waiting for you at just the right time.
I find that troubling as well.
All right. Do you have any questions about what we've hired you to do?
What condition does the ship have to be in?
That's up to you. But it does seem
Floating
a
them.
waste to destroy a ship.
That is true. There, I do agree with you.
Okay. All right. So Leah turns to Galen. Galen, I think this evening calls for a strong drink. What do you think?
I
Galen
agree.
Agrees. It's like, I suggest you all get to a tavern. We're gonna. He just kind of waves towards the thing, and it's like, yes, I think I'll break out one of the 30-year-old bottles. Seems like an appropriate time. So the council members just kind of leave and shaking their heads at the absurdity of everything. And they some of the guards show you out of the building.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Don't
Save
forget
all
our bag
your
of gold.
goods.
Don't forget our gold. Somebody grab the
Yeah.
gold.
No, I got the gold.
She's got gold.
Oh my. Well, should we
Well, this evening you'll need to resurrect the wolf. At the
yes.
very
Yeah.
least.
Yes.
And we have a bunch of loot too that we need to offload that we got from our fight in the cave.
And how much did you say antidote would run?
Yeah, we remember that.
Antidotes are the same price as potions of healing, so 50 gold.
Okay.
We should probably pick up some antidotes.
We
Yeah.
have the money to buy a
Yes.
few.
Well, let's start with getting Ember taken care of.
Care of.
Yes. We need Ember. She's a valuable member of our group.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so you head off to the grove. They've already prepared a ritual area. They'll ask for the money because they need to be able to, keep offering this service. Let's see. Remember how much it costs.
Well, let's see. By my math, we should have. We've got 75 platinum. We now have 1,470 gold, 550 silver, and 30 copper. So.
Okay, so it'll take 8 hours of work and 25 gold worth of herbs and stuff. They'll also ask for another 10 gold for the preparations they made and whatnot.
So 35 gold then?
Yep, 35 gold to bring your wolf back to life.
That is
Seems fair to me.
Yep. Money very well spent.
Alright, well, that will take you into the evening. And the rest of you, I guess, could rest while it's getting prepared. So you get healed and everything. Okay, so now you're doing much better. What is the plan?
food.
Food,
booze,
drink,
potion,
rest,
antidotes,
healing.
rest. Yeah,
getting my spell slots back.
it seems.
Nearest bar is... where is the nearest bar? I guess the Wicker Goat is the closest. It's the dwarf frequented one.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Okay, so you're able to get food, get booze, get everything else. Now what?
Oh, well,
Let's see. Should we do shopping and then find lodging?
yes. Yeah, let's offload our stuff here. So most of what we got is weaponry, which we didn't have much luck with. What's her face? We had better luck offloading that type of stuff with guards, right?
Alright, well, what do you got?
So let's see, what do we have? We've got 2 chainmail,
Okay.
2 scimitars, 2 shields, 2 2 light crossbows with 20 bolts, 2 long swords. Let's see, I gotta add that together. So 6 long bows with 80 arrows and 8 short swords.
Okay. If you offer that to the town guard, they will offer you 250 gold for the lot.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
It's not like most of this stuff is useful to us anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like we paid for it.
Yeah.
It's all pure profit for us. So.
Well, except for the blood involved, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
money-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
Okay, so
And
all that stuff sold.
Let's see. Let's see what your friend the tiefling has for us. Oh, bother. That is annoying. I found a lovely website that has all the loot tables on it. And that is on my desktop's bookmarks, which
Oh,
is
no.
broken.
Oh.
Broken.
No.
No.
It's okay. I think I can find that. Odine, go back and see. What does she have for sale?
Well, what did dinner cost us? I gotta keep track of our expenditures.
Oh, well, that will basically fall under your living expenses, which
Okay.
is 2 gold per day per person.
Okay.
So 8 gold.
Okay.
Mercenary work. Here we go. Buying items. Okay. So twice on F, once on A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so here is what she has available at the moment. Let's see. Okay, a potion of healing, an elemental gem, which I need to look up what that one does. I'm not actually familiar with that one. Let's see. So what time is it? Well, I'm thinking
I
about
got
this.
9:23 my time.
Yeah,
Okay.
which means it's after 10 for Rachel and Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So perhaps finish up with this and then end there.
Yep.
I
Sounds
think
good.
so.
Sounds good.
Okay, page 167. All right. Just gonna pull up what random stuff.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Elemental gem. Oh. Well, that's kind of cool.
What?
What?
Tell us, tell us!
What does the jet do?
All right. This gem contains a mote of elemental energy. When you use an action to break the gem, an elemental is summoned as if you had cast the conjure elemental spell, and the gem's magic is lost. In this case, it will summon an air elemental because it is a blue sapphire.
Oh.
So, potion of healing, a gem to summon an air elemental, a potion of invulnerability, which gives you resistance to all damage for 1 minute. There's an oil of sharpness. Let's see. So you can coat 1 slashing or piercing weapon or 5 pieces of ammunition. Takes a minute. For the next hour, the coated item is magical and has a +3 to attack and damage rolls.
Ooh.
Now that might be... So I'm just telling you what she has. Costs might be out of your range.
Okay.
Because, for example, she has a scroll of an 8th level spell. That is definitely outside your price range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
none of us
Yeah.
There's
even
also
close.
gloves of swimming and climbing. So while wearing these gloves, climbing and swimming doesn't cost you extra movement, and you gain +5 bonus to athletics checks for the same.
Hmm.
And then finally, there is a +1 weapon.
Nope. What exactly does the elemental do once you
Yeah.
summon it?
It follows your commands and attacks stuff. Let me pull up the actual spell.
I'm just wondering if that might not be handy when we go to take over said ship.
Yes. Okay. So an elemental of CR5 appears. It's friendly to you and your companions for duration. It acts on its own initiative. It obeys verbal commands. If you don't command it, it just defends itself, but doesn't take any other actions. Now, here's the bit that's interesting. If your concentration is broken, the elemental does not disappear. Instead, you lose control, and it becomes hostile towards you and your companions and might attack.
Ooh.
Lovely.
So, yes, if you lose control, that's bad.
Yeah.
But if you don't lose control, that's good.
Yeah. That just call me crazy, but it just seems like that might be really handy if we're going to take on a full-size ship full of who knows how many smugglers.
That and the sharp spell.
We're going to need all the help we can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the +1 weapon, I'm rolling for that. It is a short bow. So magic gives you +1 to attack, +1 to damage. Okay, the weapon will cost 300 gold. The gloves would be the same.
Okay.
The 8th level spell scroll would be 12.5 thousand gold.
Yeah.
Figured that. Nope,
The oil
great
of sharpness would actually be the same.
Cool.
Yep. The potion of invulnerability would cost you 1,250 gold.
Ouch.
The elemental gem would be 150, and the potion of healing is 50.
Oh, we definitely want that +1
Yeah.
and that elemental gem.
Yeah,
For
that
sure.
would be a total of 450 for those.
Yep.
And the gloves would probably be a good investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
it gives you a swimming speed, but doesn't let you breathe underwater. So it's not quite as useful, but still useful.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking climbing too.
Yep.
For later on.
So those are 300 as well.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, for those three, it would be 750 plus, so 800 including the potion of healing. Alright, I do think Chrissy has wandered off.
Oh, I'm
That's
back
okay.
now.
Oh, you're back now?
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Baby's getting restless.
Okay, well, I guess it's a good time to finish up anyway. So, are you going to buy those items?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so potion of healing, gloves of swimming and climbing, +1 short bow. All right.
Great. So we are down to.
So the short bow could be used by Betty. It could be used by Enya, or I believe. Actually, I'm not sure about Chrissy's character.
I can't have this. I can do crossbows, but I can't do short bows.
Right. Okay. You do. Right. You got heavy armor, but not martial weapons. Okay.
Yes.
And I don't think I can because I have the light crossbow.
No. Yeah. The bards don't get martial weapons initially. A few of them, but not all of them.
Right.
So the rogue or the ranger.
Okay.
Trick is that's actually a bit less damage for the. Well, okay. So for the ranger, you're talking going from a D8
well, okay.
to a D6 +1, so it's slightly less damage.
Okay. Which now, Enya is not like a. She's not associated with the ocean, so I was thinking giving her the gloves of swimming.
She's got that magic armor that's water already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, carry on.
Between the two of us, she's supposed to be the better shot with them. Oh, isn't she?
True, but that's
True.
less. But that gives me less damage.
Yeah.
So maybe that should go to you, Betty.
But
Well, or
Okay,
just
so as a ranger, you have a +2 to your attack roll from your class features. Rogues don't get that.
okay.
So I would suggest the rogue, but it is not my decision.
Now, would that help? With the quarry? Would that change anything or no?
No, that increases your damage a bit, but that's all.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that, then I think
New toy.
out there for the evening. Yep.
To be continued. Until next time, stay safe, adventurers.
You have been listening to the Five-ish Fangirls podcast. You can find more episodes and information at thefivishfangirls.com. Any and all books, movies, games, and any other forms of media mentioned are owned and operated by the respective copyright holders. No copyright infringement is intended or implied. If you wish to support the show, the easiest way is to leave us a rating and review. More ratings and reviews will make it easier for others to find the show. If you wish to support us monetarily, you can do so at patreon.com/5ishfangirlspodcast. All money goes towards fees and equipment to keep the show going. For official Five-ish Fangirls merchandise, visit redbubble.com/people/5ishfangirls. We love hearing from our listeners and encourage feedback. You can email us at fiveishfangirls@gmail.com. You can also like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/5ishfangirls. Thank you so much for listening, and may the squee be with you.